Revelation 2138. From the 2nd of November 1941. Prayer of Suffering Souls. Remember the souls who dwell in darkness and help them through silent prayer. You all have souls in the beyond who need your help and ask for it, as well as they press themselves into your memory. You are all able to help them through your intercession. These souls are in a situation where they cannot help themselves because they lack strength, and therefore, pleading for help, they turn to you to take care of them and reduce their hardship through heartfelt prayer. You are entitled to this strength, you can give it to these unfortunate beings and they implore you to do so. God's love and grace always leaves a possibility open where help can be offered to the suffering souls in the beyond. Since the souls themselves are unable to release themselves from their agonizing situation. He only makes this liberation dependent on the human being's love again. The more intimately the thoughts follow a deceased person into the beyond, the easier it will be for him to release the soul from its inactive state in the beyond, for every loving thought signifies an influx of strength for the soul which it uses for diligent activity. And therefore the soul mainly stays where it knows people who were devoted to it, for it hopes for help from them, since only love can offer them this help. As soon as a soul brings itself to the memory of a person on earth, this is a silent request for its intercession. But how many people hear their request? How quickly people turn their thoughts away again to earthly life and leave the struggling souls in their great hardship. And yet, people should contribute towards the redemption of all spiritual substances. They should try to imagine the suffering of these unredeemed souls full of mercy and never let a soul appeal in vain, for it can no longer be helped other than through intercession. Countless souls are near earth and predominantly near people from whom they expect help. For their part they seek opportunity to force themselves into people's thinking and only fear that they will not pay attention to them and leave them helplessly in the same situation. For every soul which languishes in spiritual darkness in the beyond is helpless, thus it can only be offered help if light is imparted to it, if the divine gospel is proclaimed to it, for the knowledge of it signifies light, the knowledge of it brings relief to the soul, since it will immediately pass on this knowledge and thus likewise serve with love. But in order to be able to serve the fellow suffering souls in love it must possess spiritual knowledge itself which it wants to impart. Its state of darkness, however, is completely unsuitable for the transmission of spiritual knowledge, and therefore the soul asks for light, they ask for knowledge. And you humans on earth can convey this to them and snatch them from their great hardship by sincerely asking God for grace and strength for these suffering souls. And if the heart's love sends such a prayer of supplication upwards, God will hear the prayer and likewise give the souls in the beyond the opportunity to be lovingly active. And now the soul's spiritual ascent begins. For strength is supplied to it through the earthly human being's love and it uses this strength according to divine will. Amen.